section here at the Google Project, and what we're going to do now is we are going to share a document on Google Docs. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on the document here, and we're going to open it up. This is really by far probably very simplest thing you can do. You're going to go to the top right where the share button is up here, and you're going to click the share button, just like that. And right here, you're going to enter the name or email address of the person that you want to send this to. So in this case, we're going to send it to Steve Ramapo at gmail.com. And we are going to send this off. Let's see how this looks. And of course, you can give the person all different kinds of privileges. They can edit it, they can comment, or they can view it. So we're going to show you how this works. We're going to allow for the editing permissions, and we are going to send that now. And we'll be back in just a second to show you how it looks on the other side after it's shared, how the other person can edit and do comments and that kind of thing. Great. Thanks for watching. Okay, we are here in the other account. And we're going to go, as you notice, I switched accounts. I'm going to go to the drive, and I'm going to show you what it looks like again once the document is shared. Very simple. We're going to come over here and shared with me. I'm going to click shared with me, and here it is, the practice doc. So I'm going to give it a click, and this is the file that is shared with me, the one that we just did. Now I'm going to show you something really cool. I'm not going to get too much into it right now, but what's really neat is, let's say you're working and collaborating with another student, another teacher on a document. You can edit each other's work. You can edit the same document at the same exact time. If you go to suggesting, editing, viewing, what I like to do is I like to give suggestions when I edit. So if my students hand me work and I look at the document, I like to give them suggestions. And you'll notice that this turned green up here. Okay, so you have editing, which it is now, which you can edit it along with the other person, or you can do suggesting. And I like this because I can put this over here and say, I might want to take this, right? And say, maybe you should say this. Okay. And it's just done like that. And if you look on the right side, it's going to have your comments right here, and it's going to have a check or an X. And what that allows is the other person to be able to accept or reject your suggestion. So I'm going to show you that in a little bit. And then maybe up here I want to take this heading, right, and change this to story title. So I'm going to do that. Now I'm going to go back to the other account and show you how this looks on the other account, the one that originally shared this. And this is how collaboration works with Google Docs. Okay, so now I switched back to my other account, and we're in the drive of my other account, right here, back in this account with the J. And what I'm going to do is I am going to show you what this looks like on this side. So right now we just passed this off to another teacher or another student, and they went and made suggestions with the sharing feature. So right here it says story title. Heading is crossed off because those are the changes that were made in the other account. So do I want to accept them or reject them? Well, in this case, I happen to like the word heading right now because this isn't really a story. So I'm going to reject that change. So when I click reject the change here, watch what happens to this area right here. You can see story title was the change, right? And I replaced heading with story title, but I'm going to reject that. Say, no, I don't want to do that one. So I'm going to give it a click, and it goes right back to heading. Okay? Now you just saw something pop up for bulk changes. I don't like to do bulk changes. I like to look at every suggestion individually. Now over here it says, maybe you should say this. Okay? Now, and I crossed this out here. So We want to replace this with that. And I'm going to accept that change. Watch what happens here. When I accept that change, what happens to this text will turn black and it'll fit right in. Watch this. There we go. Just like that. So that is how we share and edit each other's, collaborate a little bit using a Google Doc. I hope you enjoyed this little 3 parts to this video, and we will see you on the next one.